What is good, everyone? This is your host, Deanna Kemple with Label Free Podcast. Live your best life. You must live label free. Check out this fabulous reddish pinkish hair that is on the screen next to me. This woman is a 22-year award-winning real estate veteran, TV producer, red carpet host, podcast host, also called the Queen of Resilience. Please welcome Kim Hayden. Kim, thank you for joining us today.
Hi, Deanna. Thank you so much for having me today and sharing what you have. Was like an incredible audience. So I'm just so grateful to be here.
Oh my gosh. I'm loving your hair, by the way. We actually started talking about your hair when we first jumped on here today. I'm missing my red hair.
Well, you know what? It was your picture, which, by the way, before Deanna changes it, if you have not seen her picture in the very hot school teacher look with the hot pink hair, I love that picture. It's like, as soon as I saw it, it's like, oh, this is a kindred spirit. I've got to reach out to her.
Oh, I love it. Thank you very much. And today I'm all natural, just been traveling. So I don't, you guys have to love me or hate me. I don't really care, but this is what you're going to get today. That's it. That's all she wrote.
That's all she wrote.
So you are quite the powerhouse, and we had a great conversation before we started recording. And so I would like to kind of go back to like what we started talking about. And I loved what you were telling me. So instead of me kind of explaining it, why don't you explain to the audience what you being Queen of Resilience and the Resilience series means?
Okay. So resilience is it's actually tattooed right on my arm. It has been, so I see it every time I write, every time I do something. And resilience has been my calling card my entire life. When I pulled my mother or my godmom and I talk to people, it's like, if you had to sum me up in a word, what would it be? And resilient was the word that kept coming back.
Okay.
And so really spending my time looking at this and realizing that I know a lot of really resilient people, but the challenge they have is getting the message out there. When we're going up against powerhouses like Tony Robbins, who's amazing, Tony can drop $250,000 into a Facebook ad.
Yeah.
You can't compete with that.
No.
So how do we compete with this? How do we ensure that people can hear us, right?
Yeah.
And we tend to get into like these little bit of these echo chambers where it's the same 5 people that are listening, so forth and so on. How do we find more people? So one of them is the service that you provide, like just being able to step into another person's platform for just a moment. So that's one of the things with the Resilient series is our goal is to launch 30 books, kind of like think Chicken Soup for the Soul, 30 books over the next 3.5 years, featuring 12 people in those books, each book. But it's not just a book. We actually do a video documentary, which is on TELUS Optic in Canada and will be on Roku and Amazon and all those. Those are what we call OTT platforms. So, because that's where our specialty is in production, television production. We've done 8 seasons of broadcast level television. So we kind of have a good idea on how to stitch and move stuff around so it's a really robust video. But we do everything from, like I said, digital. So from those documentaries, video documentaries, which are also really great to use as a speaker interview video. Yeah, really good. If you want to do public speaking, this 5 to 7 minutes is a really good way to pull all that energy in.
Sure.
Publish, podcasts, speak at the book launch summit, and then we bring it all, wrap it up with a beautiful bow of a speaker sizzle reel. So you have something quick and fast that you can send out when you're securing all the opportunities. So that's what I do now. And it's all around resilience. We don't do anything in the negative space.
I love that. And so you are really focused on helping women get more of that stage presence. And so you're very passionate about that. So can you tell us what that's all about and what that means?
So here's the real numbers. When they poll people who are looking at hiring a coach or a practitioner or an educator, men 90% of the time will gravitate towards a male. Sure. Women 50% of the time will go towards a male. So that means women are literally left with like a very small percentage of the market to get as advocates. Now, the beauty of the female market is even if somebody gravitates towards a male coach, if they're told by a friend, by the way, have you heard, do you know of, you should
Yeah.
follow, what
Yeah.
happens is you can move them away and over. And this is very common. It goes back to that time where, if a woman's assertive, she's a B word, right? I don't exactly. Okay.
Yep.
So she's, if a woman is being focused, she's being aggressive.
Yeah.
Um, and if she is being a woman's listening or engaging, she's maybe too nice. And
Yeah.
some of that has to do with our physical features, are the way our octaves of our voice, like everything about a woman is a little bit softer. We're engineered and designed this way. It doesn't mean we're less effective
Correct.
as a coach or a leader. So the goal is that, through the Resilience series, we bring these voices together. We can actually collaboratively grow a brand collectively to get people to stop and listen. So when I go on the road, so I've got a booth in Phoenix at the Ultimate Women's Expo. Everybody goes, "Why are you going to that? All these people, all they do is hawk jewelry and that." It's like, the reality is all these people at the they're not my client.
Yeah.
My client is the leaders and coaches and the practitioners.
Right.
However, all the women in the audience are the clients of my
Right.
leaders, practitioners, and
Right.
coaches, right? So I save them the time and energy. 'Cause each time you go and set up at one of these major expos, it's like $25,000 to $35,000
Yes.
for your booth and all the
Yep.
tchotchkes you're going to give out and the staff you're going to hire. That's what I do. I'm the gal walking down the road in front of you with that bullhorn going, "Oh my God, have you heard of Deanna? She is awesome. You must listen. You must follow." And that's my job.
Yeah.
My job is to bang the drum.
I love it. I love it.
So yeah.
So have you already started this series with the people that you're featuring, or go ahead?
Yeah, we did the first book already, and we're right now in the process of getting their video, so
Okay.
we can actually start creating the documentaries. We're actually doing one right now for the Blues Festival in Alberta. So as soon as that one's off our plate, that's headed to Telus Optic in 48 hours. So as soon as that's done, then we start running and start doing our own.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty excited about this because, you think about it, 12 women, 30 books inside
Yeah.
of 36 months, all of that in video documentary, all of that at these events, all of that, right? You don't have to be, a big name like
Yeah.
Cardone or like Robbins, remember Brene Brown, she's big name today,
Yeah.
but it was all because of that one talk on the TED Talk stage.
Yeah. Well,
That's how she launched.
I feel like today, this day and age, is a great time for anyone that wants to use their voice to really step out and to gain an audience, because there's an audience for everyone, right? And you're no one to, I mean, we're all really no one at the end of the day, because we all came in this life the same way. We're all going out the same way. It all depends on what we're going to do on this planet while we're here, right? So live your legend, right? So I mean, I think that it's a great time to really take advantage of our resources with what you're talking about now, social media, public speaking, being on Roku, Apple TV, podcasts, whatever. I think that it's just a great opportunity, especially for women, to learn how to use their voice and to help other women do the same.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's interesting. So statistically, and I want women to think about this. So statistically in North America, the average female coach makes $46,000 a year.
Ooh.
That's not enough.
No.
That's a real honest to God number. But what's funny is that actually aligns with the same income of the average real estate agent.
Oh,
And
wow.
the number one thing they all do, both sides, is they go for the friends and family. Go
Yeah.
for the friends and family. I'm sorry. Don't get me wrong. Love my friends, love my family. But if
Right.
you're waiting for them to pay your bills, you're going to go broke. And the reality is friends and family, my family still remembers the year I threw up on my cousin's payday game on Christmas Day,
Yeah.
right? Oh, and they go, well, but aren't you doing real estate? And it's like, dude, I did it for over 2 decades. Can I not shift and change?
Yeah. Right.
Right? They don't, because they've been in the trenches with you and they've
Sure.
witnessed your life. It's very hard to see them, very hard for them to see you in that expert role.
Yeah.
So my entire focus is getting people to look at all the other sphere opportunities and helping them network out on a larger scale, not just social media, but creating, that infrastructure within their activities. So then they have really good social content, right?
Yeah.
So that, I'm a big advocate in volunteering.
Yeah.
Right? Volunteerism. Volunteerism generates over $3.1 billion back into our local economy, yet only 29% of North Americans do it.
Wow.
So yes. So these are really serious things. I made in 1 year, $1.3 million as a real estate agent. And the average real estate agent, remember, $46,000, the average, and then the average top 1% is $120,000. I mean,
Oh, wow.
1.3. So it put me in the point percentage
Right.
bracket.
Yeah.
And I did it because I helped host a pancake breakfast for
Yeah.
our annual stampede. I did it by hosting a community garage sale every year for 20 years, a community parade of garage sales. I did a pumpkin giveaway in benefit of the food bank. I've raised over 30,000 pounds in groceries. So back to the investment, back to how that helps grow your brand awareness.
Yeah.
Simply put, your people. How are you serving your people? How are you promoting your purpose? And how do you preserve the planet? These are your 3 things. This is your triple bottom line. And you need to ensure that you're feeding all 3 so you feed your business.
Yeah.
And as you feed your business, 7% of your earnings should go back into your authority assets, your pieces that can show you at the level you want to earn. So if you want to earn 6 figures, you need to be spending $7,000 on quality video, on quality anything. Yes, TikTok, we can go raw and real. Instagram, we can show up with the rollers. But the reality is when you're doing informational, educational, or content to get people to see you at the value you want to earn,
Yeah.
it needs to reflect that.
Yeah.
So you need to have the right cuts, the right transitions, the right graphics. You need to have the right music. It needs to all move properly. And the challenge I see with women, you know what they say? They'll either say, I don't have any money.
Yeah.
Or I love this one. I have to talk to my husband. Or I'm feeling overwhelmed. I don't know what to do next. Those are the 3 most common things that keep women at the $46,000 a year bracket.
Deanna here with Label Free Podcast. I don't know if you've heard about this new innovative, creative, convenient, diverse product called All Things Clean. So let me give you a quick demo. And I'm going to actually have my mom come in here with me. Mom, can you come here? Did you see how this is stuck to your wall effortlessly?
That is awesome. I am so excited. I just looking at this. Go ahead, put that up. Let me see how that works.
This is the one board they have. And so they have a whiteboard as well. And so here you unroll it and then you put it on the wall. Mom, you want to help me with this?
Sure.
And so all you do is put it on the wall. There you go. And now you can do whatever you want with the markers. So, Mom, what do you think this would be good for?
First of all, with work, the endless possibilities. Think about it. If you're at a trade show and you don't want to bring a lot of stuff with, you can put this up there. You can write some stuff on there. When you're at work, you have these impromptu meetings. grab this, slap it up on the wall, do some brainstorming, fixing
We have some
equipment.
birthdays coming up in our family.
Oh my gosh, happy birthday.
I think it's Louis. It's, my nephew's birthday.
Happy birthday. Think about it. You would go around the whole room and people can come in and everybody can sign it. I'm really excited. I'm going to be using this.
I know. I'm very excited too.
Deanna, I want to see how easily this peels off. Let's just make sure. They say easy on, easy off. Holy cow, look at that.
You guys, have you not seen how great this product is? For at home, at the office, presentation, wherever. I have a special exclusive discount for you. They're giving me 15% off with free shipping and free markers. The code label15 at cleaners.com. That's right, 15% off, free shipping, free markers at cleaners.com.
And the possibilities are endless.
So if someone, let's say a woman comes to you or someone comes to you that is interested in working with you and being part of your series, and they talk to you and they're like, oh, wow, that's a lot, or whatever, however the pitch goes, and they give you one of those three things, what is your response?
Well, you're never going to have money if you only make $46,000. I totally get it.
Yeah.
I totally get it. I started in real estate. I had to put a lot of money into building to get to that 1.3. Okay.
Yeah.
So you have to invest. So what are you investing today? And is that reflective of where you want to go?
Sure.
I'm not talking about, I said $7,000, which is what would be the statistical amount to invest to hit 100K.
Right.
But if you're investing squat, if you are literally trying to do something for $100 and you are never going to be able to stand above everybody else. You're never going to stand out. And that's okay, because typically the people I talk to have already done that kind of sphere for 3, 4, 5 years, and they've seen what the results are, and they're tired because they've done all the one-on-one coaching for next to nothing or free with their friends and family. And they're tired, right?
Yeah.
They're out of time, out of money. They don't know where to go. Talk to the husband. You know what? I totally get it. That I suck at that one. I'll be fully transparent here. That is one that I suck at, because I myself have to talk to my husband too.
Yeah.
I understand that. However, I then ask, what is it that I can give you to support you in that conversation?
Sure. That's great.
Because I know that when I talked to my husband, you know how long it took him to figure out what I was building here? Because everybody else builds things that are one piece of this. I'm going to have you as an author, or I want to do a video of you, or they only do one piece of it. I'm walking in saying, okay, we're going to do the entire outfit, start to finish. We're going to have your makeup palette, your earrings. We're going to literally it's laid out. And the entire goal of this 90-day process is to drive people to the product you want to move. Is it your group coaching? Is it your online evergreen product? What is it that you're wanting to sell?
Okay, go ahead.
Pardon me?
No,
so it took me forever to get my husband to understand what I was doing, because he's not in the female. That's the biggest challenge I need to talk to my partner, because they don't think like we do.
No, they don't.
So, and the last one is, honestly, I get it. It's so overwhelming. Everything that's out there. Sometimes even I just want to curl up in a corner and pretend and let everything go away for a day, because it is hard. When you're an entrepreneur nowadays, it is 24/7. We are all trying to strive for this work-life balance. We all see the glamour reels of other people's lives on Instagram. We see all this.
Yeah.
And that's my goal. My goal is to take the 72 authors I work with every year, and authors, documentaries, these 72 women, and my is to kind of protect them and bring them back to center and say, it's okay to feel overwhelmed. I get it. I'm there with you. But remember, that feed that you're referring to, I guarantee you those clothes don't smell as good as they look. I guarantee you that she's not cooking a meal for her kids like you're doing. I guarantee you she's not trying to take care of an elderly parent. I guarantee you that what you're looking at, that sizzle reel, does not reflect the truth of that person's life. So do not live yourself by that. So that's kind of my job, is to keep these women all focused and moving forward while helping them to secure and move next level.
I love that. So you keep saying coaches, and then you mentioned someone maybe is selling an evergreen, whatever that might be.
Yeah.
So what kind of your target avatar or client or person that you're going to accept into the Resilient series, who are they, and what can they be doing?
Okay, so coaches that are like uh, um, they are what we call edutainment. So we're not talking about university level courses. We're talking
Right.
about courses that are like soft skill courses, courses that can enhance. Like I'm looking for somebody. So if anybody's listening to this, if you are if you are an executive assistant and you help run an office and you help manage other executive assistants, I would love for you to do a $49.99 course that has like 4 modules in it that says how to talk to your executive assistant, how to get the most out of your VA. Please, God, somebody tell me how to do this, because that's not my space, right? I need somebody to teach me that. And then practitioners. We have a lot of incredible practitioners in a plethora of industries. Everything from like Charles. Charles would be considered a practitioner. He is in the taxation and income, and he understands the movement of money. So
Yeah.
that is somebody who I'm not sure if he had courses. I apologize. I didn't hear if he had courses.
No, I
But
don't
if
think he does. Yeah.
so he would be ideal. How to set up your small business,
Yeah.
right? How to avoid the pitfalls of setting up that small business. A lot of people don't have the time or the understanding of what questions to ask, so they get caught in these spots, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of people, I have a practitioner I'm working with that is in the sexuality space. So she is
Okay.
actually writing for our Life After Divorce book. So her avatar for that book and for her course is a woman who's now hit her, mid 30s to early 40s. She's been in a marriage for a decade. She's had 2 kids. The body's not the same, and the entire world has shifted on her. How do you re-embrace your own sexuality and move confidently into the dating world?
Yeah.
And
Oh
that's
my
a big
gosh.
one.
Yeah.
And you know what? The reality is sometimes this is not stuff you want to pay $350 an hour to go to a counselor to.
Sure.
So counselors and practitioners now have opportunities of putting generalized courses that give people the information they need in order to make a better decision for themselves.
I love it.
So that's where Forbes put out in 2019, just before the pandemic. I find this fascinating. Just before the pandemic, Forbes posted that the world online education space, and this is everything from coaches to actual academia, was $117 billion space. And they estimated before the pandemic, it gets better. Before the pandemic, they estimated that it was going to be $325 billion. Well,
Wow.
now, no, it gets better. It gets better. You take that
You're great. I love
$325
it.
billion, and now what we're going to do is we're going to layer in Bill Gates saying that we have actually, during the course of the first 18 months of the pandemic, we actually moved our the way we work, how we work, and how we interface forward by a decade, by 10 years. We've
Wow.
leapt over an entire like learning curve through necessity. Now, you take that, you layered that information. So they said 2025. So now we got to look at, okay, so what would it be 2035?
Yeah.
I'm going to put this out there, and everybody write this down. You can, if I'm wrong on this in 2025, come look me up. I'll buy you a cup of coffee because I will owe it to you. But I do believe the numbers will be over $400 billion a year through online education, leadership, mentorship, and practitioners. And we have huge opportunities, especially women in North America that have never had the handicap of societal limitations that we've seen in India. We've seen in the Indonesian countries. And these women are coming online because you know what they got? They got a phone.
Yeah.
They can run an entire e-commerce, and they are looking at women around the world for leadership. So your market's not just here in the United States. So when I say that, And I know I sound like the ShamWow guy, but I get so excited about this. I get so excited about this
I think
because
I mean, it makes sense to me. I mean, I don't, just the way our world is trending in the world that we live in. I mean, we all have a mini computer in our pocket, like you said, and it just makes sense that that is the direction that we would go, having more education, more courses online that would fit any type of need, right? There are so many different avenues that someone, or you just Google search or listen to a podcast, watch a podcast.
Exactly. So having Charles on your podcast,
Yeah.
what you're doing is you're actually filling and what they call edutainment, right? So
Yeah.
it's education and entertainment. You're filling a space. The average person will not read more than 30 minutes at a time now. It's called fractional reading. And this is actually
Yes.
all fully documented. So human beings now are programmed for fractional reading. The average book, only 17 pages statistically out of a purchased book, will actually get read.
Wow.
So by providing information in bite-sized chunks, when I do a television show and I'm editing a TV show, we cannot go any longer than 7 seconds.
Wow.
Before we do a visual transition, even if it's just literally camera 1, camera 2, camera 3, camera 4, even if it's the same content, because we lose people.
Yeah.
We have to have the norm now is actually 3 seconds. Every 3 seconds, we have a transition, but we can get away with some content if it's like highly interactive, like a music video or something. We can get away with 7 seconds.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I challenge everybody, like even Queen Pins. Have you watched that movie yet?
No, I have not.
Oh, you got to watch it. It's awesome. It's actually a real story about these two women that found a loophole in couponing. And then the Postal Service arrested them. It was hilarious. It was a great movie. Everybody watch it. Queen Pins. It's just a fun movie. But the reality is I look at Queen Pins now, instead of going down and getting arrested for selling hot coupons. So fraud coupons or stolen coupons. What if she had started a course? And the course was $29.99, how to find all the best coupon sites to save your family money, or even a subscription. She could have started a subscription. I would, how many people out there would spend $29 a month to be able to save $200, especially with inflation?
I'm guilty of it. And I think that most people would. We're starting to run
on
time done here. No, I'm loving it. And I almost feel like we need to have a part 2. We just might have to do that. Where can people find you, reach out to you, follow you, and learn more about the Resilient Series?
Easy. Resilientseries.com. Just go there. I'm on Instagram, Resilient Series. If you look Kim Hayden, I'm Kim Hayden on Facebook. I do have a Kim Talks channel and a Resilient Women's page, or a Resilient Women's page and a Kim Talks page. LinkedIn, I'm Kim Hayden. Super easy to find. It's almost hard to get away from me. At least that's what my husband says. But, I do have a free gift that does not require a credit card for you to get, and it's resilientgift.com. And please bear with me, folks. I am just building out this kind of membership space, and that free gift, so resilientgift.com, will actually drop you into a free 6 months. And in that 6 months, if I do a live summit for a book launch, you'll be welcome to join free of charge, anything and everything. I just, ladies, quit saying, oh, I love doing this, I'll do it for free. No, honey, the bank ain't going to take for free. They don't take buttons.
Yeah.
And here's the reality. Here's another stat for you. I love stats. December 2021 to December 2020, the inflation rate in North America was 7%. That means if you make $80K a year, you have to have an additional just over $400 a month to sustain the same standard of living. And you know what? If you have something really awesome to go with, like a podcast, so here, Deanna.
Yeah.
If you had a podcast template package that people could download that says, this is how you do it. And each month you drop in new templates into Canva, and you charged just, maybe it was just, I don't know, a one-time fee of $4 a month, right? Canvas made a ton of money off that. You only need 100 people,
Yeah.
out of all the people doing podcasts
Yeah.
to download your fresh templates, and you just made the difference in the inflation rate. So that's what I challenge everybody. Don't be afraid of inflation. Be afraid that you're leaving money on the table.
I love that. So was that your like last words of wisdom or advice?
That's my last words. I have so many more. We'll do this. We'll do this
I
again.
love it. I
So-
could talk to you forever. You've got so much great information, and it's very empowering. Just like it's a lot of good like info and knowledge that you're leaving with us today. So thank you for that.
My pleasure. Thank you, Deanna.
I'd love to have you back. You guys, I'm going to put all her links in the show notes. So especially my women out there that are following me, and I actually have some that I think that should probably try to be a part of this Resilient series. I'm going to be reaching out to you on the side, but don't hesitate to reach out to Kim. She's obviously a ball of fire, very personable, very knowledgeable. So I think she's going to definitely welcome your call or your email, or just contacting her on social media, whatever that looks like for you. As always, you guys, thank you for joining us. This is your host, Deanna Kemple with Label Free Podcast. To live your best life, you must live label free. Please don't forget to review, share, comment, follow, all those good things. And I'll be back soon with more dynamic guests.